Hello beautiful ones, Fran here, back with another video. So, before we go any further, I just want to say thank you for subscribing and sharing these videos. I am so thankful for each and every one of you. But today I also want to thank God for his revelation that I got, that I'm going to share with you guys today. Let me tell you, I have been doing some studying because I get a lot of emails and questions from you guys, and I have been asking God for some answers, not only for myself but for you guys. And I'm always asking for answers for myself. In order for me to teach effectively and to be effective in the things that I'm trying to do in my life, I have to study and I have to pray, and sometimes I have questions for God just like y'all do. Not that I always get the answer that I want to get, but I always get an answer. So today what we are going to talk about is King Solomon. So all of you know the story of King Solomon, right? So I was praying and I was talking to God about, getting what you desire, how we have the principle of ask, believe, and receive. But sometimes our thoughts are just like out of line. Like we complain, we moan and groan, and we completely throw our whole process off. And it's not just about manifesting and creating money. It's about having abundance in your life, period. I know that a lot of people are wanting to manifest and create money, but that goes hand in hand with a lot of things. So I was praying about it, and I ended up going to the book of Solomon. And I got to the verse where God asked Solomon, "What do you want?" So you guys hear me talk about your heavenly staff is always asking you, what do you want? So what do you want? What do you want? And sometimes we get so busy and we get so caught up in the asking and the moaning and the groaning that we're not ever saying what we want. So God asked Solomon, "What do you want? What can I do for you? How can I help you, Solomon? What do you want?" And Solomon took a minute, and he thought, and he said, "I would like understanding so that I can rule these people." Now, the people that Solomon was trying to rule and be king over were unruly people, right? They were unruly people, sort of like our thoughts sometimes. You know how our thoughts are unruly sometimes. We can't seem to get them in line with what we desire in our hearts. We will pour out our hearts to God and we will say, "I want this, I want this, I want this, I desire this. I really trust you to have this." But then our thoughts say, "You're not going to get that. That's not going to happen. God's not going to do that for you. Why would God do that for you?" So Solomon asked for understanding, right? And God says, since you asked for understanding, not only am I going to give you that, but I'm going to give you riches. I'm going to give you riches. I am going to give you riches. So, when you think about manifesting and creating, when you think about the law of attraction, when you think about building a wealth consciousness, you have to think about all the principles that go along with that understanding. Because if God gave you a boatload of money today, if all the money you've been asking for showed up at your door today, without understanding, without wisdom, you would not be able to handle it. You would not be able to handle that money. And I'm speaking from experience, because when I was working my job, making tons of money, your girl was rolling. Tons of money. I had absolutely positively nothing to show for it. You know why? Because I was not a good steward over the money. I had all this money, but I did not have an understanding of how to handle the money. And I was not tithing either. I was tithing irregularly. Okay? I was tithing irregularly, which means that I was tithing when I felt like it. Instead of giving God his 10% first, I would say, "Oh, I got this bill to pay this week. I know you understand, Lord." And not that he doesn't understand. And I do not believe, this is my belief, This is your girl's belief here. I do not believe that God will punish you for not tithing. However, I do believe that you are blessed beyond measure when you do. Now, you work that out however you want, but I tithe. Big believer in tithe. Back to what I'm saying. When we are asking God for things and we are wanting to manifest things in our life, we are creating our lives subconsciously. We're creating our lives and we're being mindful about what we think and what we say, and we're asking for not only all this money and all this love and all this health and all these dynamic things, but we're asking also for an understanding of how to handle those things. We're asking to be good stewards over that. There is more to the law of attraction. There is more to the laws of the universe than just asking, believing, and receiving. You have to be prepared for what you're asking for. And you cannot get to a point where you say, today I just don't feel like it. I'm going to give up today. You have to get a practice in your life. You have to be faithful to what it is that you want, because you want God to be faithful to you. You have to remain in a state of, I believe and I know that I know that I know. Solomon was so frustrated, right? Like some of us. So when I talk about this, I am paraphrasing, of course, and I am giving you what Spirit gave to me. So that's why I said I thank God for the revelation today, because I really wanted to understand why so many of you reach out to me and you say, Fran, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this, and nothing is happening. You have to have all your components together. And you have to understand that there's also a season for everything in your life. And right now we are in a huge manifestation season. I have seen things show up in my life so quick, in my client's life so quick. When you are dedicated to do the work and you are doing the right things and asking the right way and operating within the laws of the universe, I am seeing things show up like this. I was just in California doing an intense group for 15 women, and before the weekend was over, the things that they were calling into their lives, the things that we were praying for and asking God for, was showing up. But sometimes, guys, you just cannot do it alone, right? Sometimes you have to have someone to help you. You have to have a mentor. You have to have a coach. You've got to have someone who has been in the trenches, someone who's proven. That's what I say. When I got my mentor, it was someone who was proven. I saw it, I heard it, and she operated in it. It doesn't have to be me, but sometimes you need to invest in yourself and get into group coaching, get into some one-on-one sessions, get you some audio books, some podcasts, get you some online classes, and elevate your thinking. Learn what you need to learn so that you can apply it to your life properly, so that you are not constantly spinning around. A lot of times I get you guys' emails, and as I start to read the emails, I start to kind of tap into your energy a little bit and feeling how you're feeling as you're writing that, because I have that gift and I'm very thankful for it. However, some of you feel to me like you are just on a wheel. Like you feel like you're just going in circles and circles and circles. It is time to get off that wheel and get on with your life. God is waiting on you. He is constantly asking you, what do you want? I'm not saying that you have to ask for an understanding, because some of you may already have an understanding. Maybe you need to ask for strength. Maybe you need to ask for more faith. Maybe you need to ask for deeper direction. Maybe you need to ask to hear clearer. I can't tell you what you need to ask for, but you know where you are losing momentum in your manifestation. You know where you're losing momentum in your life. Solomon knew where he was losing it. He did not have an understanding of these unruly people because he was not unruly. So Solomon would be you. The unruly people would be your thoughts. Ask God for an understanding today. If you're not quite getting why things are not working in your life, ask to be shown. Ask for your teacher to show up, and your teacher will appear. All right, guys. Again, thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and keep the emails coming. I love reading them. And if there's something that you want me to teach or talk about, let me know, and we will talk about it. All right? I will talk to you later. Bye for now.